Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble. I think I missed something yesterday on Rumble, I'm not sure. Yesterday got pretty busy during the afternoon. So that's one of the reasons I didn't manage to get the Prey episode. I will try to this weekend see if I can get some time to record some episodes, so I have on the backlog. It's being a little bit tricky. I cannot promise anything, but I will try my best here. Again, end of the year, a lot of stuff happening regarding work mainly, but yeah, I will try my best during see if I can do something today or tomorrow or something like that. Again, Sunday it's my day off, so today it's still Friday. But yeah, maybe I will try to do something on Sunday. Usually it's more calmer. But yeah, we'll see how I can manage this. But yeah, let's go to the news. We've got some interesting stuff. There was, I think, a PC gamer show from the site that usually covers games. And a lot of some stuff came out here, especially Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. The new trailer came out. Got some more information here. The trailer is on this article itself from Gematsu. It's embedded here by the end of the article. Basically the same thing, supposedly now coming summer 2024. It was about to release in 2022, then was delayed for this year, but now supposedly it will be next summer on PC and all the consoles here. I'm kind of interested in this game mainly because of the gameplay itself. It's more on my interest regarding gameplay of this game. The story still didn't get not much. We only know this is our hero supposedly. We got the flintlock mechanic there, which is not gung-ho, so it's going to be critical use. So it's not going to be a shooter to a certain degree. I think it's more, from what I understood, more to finish off enemies, I think, or like huge critical damage. I don't know if it's going to charge up while you fight. Stuff, it depends a lot. And you got this little companion, seems interesting, how he hates you. I don't know if this is going to work similar as Ashes of War of Elden Ring. From what I know, Ashes of War, you can only summon them in certain specific situations. I don't know if it's going to be like this with this companion here. It's got some portals that you go around and it can help you traverse the world from the trailers that we saw. But yeah, it seems relatively interesting, even though I don't know in terms of how you can upgrade the character, because she's mainly using an axe and that flintlock and plus the companion. It's going to be interesting to see how you evolve your character, and the fact that this game is they officially already told that they are very much inspired by Dark Souls thing, Souls-like kind of a thing here. So we'll see. That's why it got me a little bit curious also, and we got also some information regarding PC requirements, which is very low. I don't know. Again, I don't like this kind of PC requirements, how they're going about it. It's just minimum recommended. We don't know what kind of resolution and targeted frames are on these setups here. But I think like even the minimum recommended from here, the graphics are the same, basically a 1060 6 gigabytes or 1660. I'm assuming this is incomplete. In terms of even the CPU here, it's very low. I don't know what kind of yeah, I don't know what kind of engine this is made on, but yeah, the seems pretty low, especially on the recommended, very similar to the minimum specs. I'm going to assume 1080p 40 frames per second, if that much. With the 1060, it's getting very old. This was my last GPU before the current setup that I have, so it's been a few years. It's a workhorse, but yeah, it's got its limitations here. I think, for example, a game from Dark Souls 3, I remember playing 1080. I think I managed to play Dark Souls 1440p, 40 frames per second stable. I'm not sure about the 60, but yeah, given that, even like RAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM, kind of weird, 8 gigabytes. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think this is going to be have to be updated here. It doesn't make a lot of sense regarding minimum and recommended here. And in this article, again, I will put both of the links of the article so you can have check the trailer itself and also some screenshots here. Again, what they talk about, it's mainly what already referred here. But yeah, I keep it on my wish list and try to see when the reviews come out and everything, and keep you updated regarding that. We got also some Cyberpunk news. Supposedly it's going to be an update when the Ultimate Edition of the Cyberpunk, which basically it's the main game plus the Phantom Liberty DLC all packed in one package there. It's going to arrive December 5th, so around 4 days, and this app patch will supposedly offer new and hotly anticipated gameplay elements. They were not specific about it, they just referred to a stream that is going to happen today, December 1st, 4 p.m. CT, Central European Time, so it should be, at the time of the recording, should be like a couple of hours from that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to check the stream itself live as it happens, but I will try to get out information for tomorrow. I'm kind of interested. I'm just basically at this moment in time waiting for a sale on Cyberpunk at the moment, maybe during this Steam Fest or something like that on GOG. Something that I think I'll prefer Steam, because usually they are more easy to mod afterwards, especially with Steam Workshop. They work pretty seamlessly. I'm just waiting for a sale on this game, probably in the winter sale. They might put it on, and we'll see. If it is good enough, I will buy the game for sure, for at least a Christmas. And also waiting for a deal. I'm just waiting for Elden Ring. It's going to be tricky because I'm just waiting for the Shadow of the Earth 3 DLC now, to make efforts to gather some money to buy this game. But yeah, it's one of those that I'm really eager to play out and see what it's all about. I might be able to just buy right up if it is a good price on the next sale, and then afterwards I have to wait for the DLC, and hopefully the DLC is also I don't like the pre-order stuff. That's why I'm holding up on buying Elden Ring, because even though usually the From Software DLCs on their games are top notch, usually they are the best DLCs in terms of complementary of the main game itself, because it brings a little bit more quality on the themes they are approaching. And usually in terms of gameplay, for example, Dark Souls 3, you got one of the best bosses and the harder levels but more satisfying ones is the last one, the Dark Souls 3, the Ring City. It's one of the best DLCs I ever played in any kind of game. When this comes to this particular DLC thing that I have, I don't like DLCs, I don't like extra stuff. I just want to I always play it. You buy the game and you play the game as it is. Now there is the easy up of patching the game throughout the internet, and then came out the extra content in DLC. I can justify myself in bought the DLC if it is good enough to add something to the game. And from my experience, From Software doesn't disappoint in that regard. So even with Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, the same thing happened. It added to the gameplay and to the story itself. and improve a lot on how people perceive the game itself and how the story is told. All of this to say that I'm just waiting to see something regarding this in terms of promotions, and the fact that there's been some activity on SteamDB or Steam database. There's been a lot of activity on the files, which usually might point out, or at least an announcement or something of the sorts. The last earnings call from Kadakawa, which is the main company, the company that owns From Software, they basically don't have a plant, even though it's running smoothly. The expansion, the work they are doing there is no exact date to launch the Shadow of the Earth DLC, even though we almost for sure all the rumors are pointing that we're going to have at least an announcement on the Game Awards show of official, probably an official window on the launch. We might get surprised and just if it is worked out smoothly, we might get something before the end year, mainly because of the conjunction of the fact that we had usually a lot of files being updated on the game files, which usually indicates that something is about to be released. Not an update like a regular update. Usually those ones don't need, or don't usually, you don't see a lot of movement on those files that are being updated. We might take the hint also that the fact that the Colosseum update saw a lot of movement on that regard on the files itself. What might be, it's something, for example, an extra Colosseum thing that it might happening, I don't know, or it's really the Shadow of 3. Again, I'm really waiting for some movement here and a more precise launch window, so I can juggle my my budget for gaming and buy this game on a deal here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one, to play this one. We'll see how it goes. It's not going to be made in a series for sure. I like to take my time with this kind of games, and usually I go around aimlessly in this kind of games, so that's why. And at this moment I don't have a time slot to do live streams, just to put out 4 or 5 hours of live stream. I don't have that time to put it aside and do a live stream regarding that. But I don't know about the future. We'll see when it happens, if it happens. And lastly, in terms of news, we got, I think I already covered this, I'm not sure, but this there was a new gameplay trailer released. I still didn't watch it, but I'm pretty interested on this game. It's going to be similar, like a roguelike action kind of a game. You got your car basically as a companion, and you go between runs to your garage and then upgrade your car and everything. And for sure you have to avoid the anomalies. Basically you are in enclosed space of something which is the Olympic exclusion zone, sorry. I think it's in San Francisco, Pacific Northwest. I think it's around San Francisco, that area, if not mistaken. I think it's on the border between that and Seattle. I think it's what they call Pacific Northwest. Yeah, but basically you're inside of that. You kind of try to explore that, and you have to avoid all the dangers and everything. It seems pretty good, and the fact that is a car that you have as a companion, and you're doing all the repairs and the upgrades by yourself. It's going to be very interesting, and the fact that it is a very, in a good sense, an indie game. It's basically a handful of developers that are working on this game. I read some interviews with the guys here, and they are working very hard to get around getting this game done, and it's supposedly going to launch February 22 next year, so I'm pretty excited for this one. I got high hopes, but then again, skeptical optimism regarding anything that comes out regarding gaming. But yeah, I will. It's already on my wish list for when it comes. For sure, we will have some coverage because it's being kind of hyped up, the game itself. But yeah, we'll see how when it comes out. And yeah, I'm going to wrap up with some gaming deals still on Steam. We only have at this time Last Train Home, a game that came out like a couple of days ago. It's got the introductory offer, 15% off. Seems very positive, around 85% positive reviews, which is always good. Again, you got it's to a certain degree, I think it's basically based loosely on real stories of after the Great War, the people coming again to the homeland and all the troubles and dangers that they faced in that journey there. We got also Horizon Zero Dawn until the 7th of December, so I'm not going to pick this one up at the moment because I mentioned yesterday the game that I forgot to let you know that I was in doubt. It was Wasteland 3. I picked the Colorado edition, so I picked basically 4 games. I picked the Metro Saga Wall World, which is one of those that I always mentioning about. Wasteland 3, and now I forget the other 4th one. Jesus, I always forget something. I don't remember which one. But yeah, I picked up basically 4 main things there. Oh, Resident Evil Village. So I can redo the Resident Evil 7. I will do it in 4K, and then I will continue the story with Resident Evil Village. That's the one. But yeah, from Steam, I bought this one. That's why I'm waiting for. Now I'm going to wait for the Winter Sale to see what kind of games I'm going to pick up. And from GOG, we got Shadowrun Trilogy. Pretty interesting trilogy here of RPGs, harebrained schemes. I think this is the same guys that did now the Lamplighters League. I don't know how that game is going. Didn't see too much movement here, but I will try to check out what's happened to that game. Got some interesting reviews, but I think there was. I know I covered that, but I don't remember the full story now. There was some stuff that happened there. I think they were let go by the publisher, so they are looking for a new publisher. I think that's what's happened there, because the game didn't do so well in terms of sales at the moment, but I think it's a pretty interesting game, very similar to XCOM, very XCOM in the style, and also similar to Miasma Chronicles, those type of games. I think it's pretty interesting. And lastly, we got also Dredge, 25% off on GOG. Again, one of those games. I think they were going to announce supposedly some DLC here, if not mistaken. Yeah, I don't see. I think it's the Pale Ridge. I think I for sure covered this if they did, but my memory is I got so many stuff in my head. But yeah, it's one of those games that I will try out someday for sure. And that's pretty much about everything that I covered today. I'm just going to wrap up with my plug on the Patreon for extra support. Again, the support at this moment is for storage, for me to be able to get extra space for backups of the stuff that I do for my private clients, and of course space for the videos that I do for the channel. And basically this is it. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.